Hello there, Star Wars fans, and welcome back to another Rebelscum.com video review. And today we are reviewing the new Black Series Gaming Greats number 15, the KX Security Droid from Jedi Survivor. So this is an all-new take, an all-new variant of the KX Security Droid that we're used to seeing. It comes with this cool new electrical generator pack, it looks like, and a big stun baton. This guy looks pretty sweet. I am really digging this new droid design. I hope we get the all-white version, or, well, it's more of like an off-white kind of cream color. The version of this we see at the very beginning of the game, but of course we face this variant later on in Jedi Survivor. And if you haven't been checking out Jedi Survivor, if you're unable to play it or you're just not interested in playing video games, but you want to experience the story of it, well, check out my Twitch stream, which is Triptychonus86 on Twitch. You can just follow me if you like, catch me while I'm live, or just stay tuned for the episodes to be posted here on the Rebelscum.com YouTube channel later on. That way you can still experience the story of Jedi Survivor for yourself. And hopefully I do a good job of conveying that story for you guys because, well, I want you guys to be able to experience it too. So hopefully you're enjoying it if you have been watching. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the packaging. Again, it's that windowless packaging that nobody likes. And here he is, brand new out of the packaging. Again, this is the new KX Droid. And aside from just pretty much being a regular KX droid with a little bit of extra accessories, I do like the red. I like the red on the shoulder sockets right there. I like the red on the shoulder plate on this side. And I like that this side is asymmetrical and still has the classic Imperial cog symbol. On the back, you've got some holes where some of the other detailing are on the previous release KX droids. So for comparison, here it is next to the regular Black Series K2SO, or just KX Series Security Droid, because the nice thing, and I've said this a few times, but the nice thing about the K2SO design is, as a spy droid, he's supposed to blend in with other Imperial KX Series droids. So there aren't any really distinguishable markings on K2SO. So you can army build the K2 droid and have just a bunch of KX series droids, which I think is really awesome. So yeah, not a whole lot of differences. I mean, I do like the orange on the classic KX series, but I don't know, I kind of like the red just a little bit more. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. So aside from that, you get his accessory. So here is the generator. So his generator pack or electric pack, whatever you want to call it, does have a couple of pegs right there where those holes go. So just peg it on. It sits on real nice. Honestly, I thought this was going to be all one molded piece before I opened this guy up. So I was a little surprised to see that this is actually a separate accessory, which is also kind of cool in a sense. If you don't want to display it with this, if you want to just display it as a normal standing KX security droid, you totally can do that. But it fits on very nicely. You have this nice soft rubbery plastic cable here. So it's these, you've got these like half rings that clip onto his arms in a few different spots. So you put this one on his bicep area, and then you put this one on around his wrist area. And there you go. There's the cabling for his arms there. And then, of course, he does come with his own stun baton. And it does telescope just like the other ones do. So there you go. And then you can take that, and he can wield that in his hand. And I don't know about you, but facing off against a big KX droid with a stun baton versus any standard Imperial trooper with a stun baton is far more intimidating, because these guys really don't need stun batons to be formidable or intimidating. I mean, it's a very, very tall and very strong droid, which we found out not only in the very first Jedi Fallen Order video game, but just by watching Rogue One, when you're seeing K2 just pick up stormtroopers and throw them around like they're rag dolls. You don't want to mess with these guys. Could you just imagine if the Empire had lots of these just armed with blasters, much like the Separatists did? Definitely would be a more formidable droid army. Just saying. As far as articulation goes, he has the exact same articulation as the other releases of the KX series droids that we've had in Black Series so far. Head is on a ball joint. Neck is on a ball joint in the torso. Fully articulated shoulders. And I love how the plating just like seamlessly just goes into the shoulder socket. It's so nice. It's one of the other things I love about this droid model. I also love the hollow elbow, wrist, knee, and ankle joints that they established with the KX series. And then, of course, it was so popular that they used it in other droid designs too, which I'm not complaining because, again, I think that's really cool in the droid design. So a swivel joint just above the elbow, single jointed elbows, a swivel joint just below the elbow, swivel joint at the wrist, and a hinged joint at the wrist, waist, hips, and I also really like the hip joints. I think they just look so cool. Swivel joint just above the knee, single jointed knee joints, swivel joint just below the knee. No swivel joint around the ankles. Ankles go forward and back, and right there at the ankle itself, it does go side to side. So there you go. As far as articulation, he is very articulated, and even with, and that might come undone on you, so just clip it back into place. But even with the stun baton, you still have full range of motion in that arm, and as you can see, the cable still stays on there. So yeah, well done. Good job, Hasbro. Again, hopefully we get that off-white cream color-ish variant of this guy for the KX droid that we see at the very beginning of Jedi Survivor. If you haven't seen that droid, spoiler alert, it's exactly the same as this version right here, except the plating is an off-white cream color instead of solid black. So just use your imagination. Just use your picture it like right over here. Maybe there will be a screen grab, but also it's probably just your imagination. And yeah, just picture that as an action figure. And yeah, Hasbro, if you want to put out that repaint, I'll be a sucker for that one. Just saying, I'll be a sucker for that one. I'll definitely buy it. So yeah. Other comparisons, here he is next to the KX droid from Galaxy's Edge, the one that you can see in person, or at least parts of him, at the Galaxy's Edge Droid Depot and buy in the Droid Depot Black Series figure pack. So this one was definitely a must-have for me, just because, again, I personally really like the KX droid model. K2SO is one of my favorite droids, and it's a cool design. And I love the paint job. I like the stripes over the eyes. I like the beige color on the wrists. Very cool droid. Here it is next to the B1 battle droid from Jedi Survivor, so you can see them side by side, and he's still a good amount taller than the B1s. I mean, the B1 only comes up to his shoulder at its full height, so these are big boys. Can you just imagine, again, just an army of these dudes with E5s or the standard E11 of the Imperial Stormtroopers just marching on somebody? Absolutely terrifying. I mean, Moff Gideon did it in the Night of 1,000 Tears on Mandalore after he nuked the heck out of Mandalore, which we get to see in that brief flashback in The Mandalorian, or maybe it was Book of Boba Fett. Regardless of which it was. Yeah, just imagine how much more effective that would have been, you know? And then last but not least, we got to compare it to Cal Kestis because, you know, he's the main guy. He's the main guy of the game, just so you can see them side by side. Now, I still haven't managed to find a version of the Jedi Survivor Cal Kestis in Black Series yet, so stay tuned for that review. As soon as I get a hold of one, we'll be reviewing it here on Rebelscum.com. But this is also technically Jedi Survivor Cal Kestis as well, because, spoiler alert, you can unlock this outfit. You can customize the hair, the facial hair, so you can very easily make Cal Kestis look like Jedi Fallen Order Cal Kestis. All of the elements for that design are there. So this is still technically Jedi Survivor Cal Kestis. So there you go. Guys, thank you so much for tuning into today's review featuring the Black Series Gaming Greats KX Security Droid from Jedi Survivor. I really like this new variant. I really like this new take. Again, hopefully we get that repaint from Hasbro. If not, then maybe I'll just have to do it myself. Who knows? We'll see. Stay tuned. As soon as Hasbro announces such a figure, of course you'll know we'll be announcing it here on Rebelscum.com. So make sure you're checking the website daily. Like and subscribe and follow us on social media so you don't miss any kind of news, updates, video reviews, and other content here on Rebelscum.com. Check out collectorsoracle.com as well while you're at it. In case you've been wondering what the update to our archive is going to be, that was step number 1. Collectors Oracle is our other website where you can check out Black Series, Vintage Collection, Roleplay, and more, with the rest of the lines coming very, very soon in the future. But also sign up for an account and start managing your collection like a pro. I've already got this guy marked as loose complete in my collection, so what are you waiting for? Catalog your collection with collectorsoracle.com today so you don't miss anything, or better yet, when you're looking at a shop or a con, you don't forget what you have or forget what you're looking for on your want list. We'll see you guys later. We'll see you another time. May the Force be with all of you, you Rebel scum.